good morning, and happy Saturday, everybody! How we doing? Alright, I'm watching my dropped frames because while I had a quick bio break, I came back and I looked and I was in the red at like 5% of frames dropped. So I'm going to try turning my phone off of the network. I might take my iPad off the network just to make sure that we don't drop any more frames. But right now it seems to be going down, so that's good. Here's hoping. Oh, nice! How you doing, Dusty? Good morning, Techie. You're just chilling a few before you get cleaned up and grab lunch and head to a graduation party. Nice! That's so cool! Is this a friend's graduation party? I'm going to scoot the camera up just a smidge. There we go. That feels a bit more natural. And then I'm going to slide it this way. There we go. So what is everybody up to this week? What has been a highlight of your week? I think for me, a highlight has probably been getting to hang out with a couple of friends that I normally don't get to hang out with. My friend Soul and I went over to a mutual friend's apartment and we played some games together this week, and it was super duper fun. I absolutely loved it and had a blast just getting to hang out with them. We were there until kind of late at night, so I got a little bit slap happy. And they have yet. Well, Soul has probably seen me slap happy, but I don't think our mutual friend has ever seen me slap happy. And so I was like, congratulations, you've gotten to officially see Slap Happy Donna. Congratulations, this is a feat. It was hysterical. Oh, a good friend's daughter graduated from high school. They really do grow up so fast. It is absolutely bonkers how quickly everybody grows up. I was just thinking to myself over the last couple of weeks, next year, next May, is my 10-year college graduation. And I'm like, what? I've been out of college for 10 years? How is that even remotely possible? I mean, when I look at all that's happened over the last 10 years, it makes sense. But at the same time, it still kind of has that feeling of time has just flown by. It's craziness. And I'm like, dude, how have the last 10 years flown by that fast? It is craziness, I tell ya. Craziness! Which means, let's see, 2011. It's been 14 years, roughly, almost 15. I think 14 if my math is right, since I graduated high school. That is crazy. You finished your master's degree 8 years ago, and you took 18 years after high school to go through all your schooling, so yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That is absolutely crazy. I have thought about going after a master's. Like, I've had a few ideas of master's degree programs I was considering, but the more I thought about it, the more I was like, I feel like I would rather take some online classes that aren't part of a degree that relate to that field that I'm interested in and see if it's for me. You know what I mean? I'd rather get my feet wet where I don't have to spend a bunch of money and go through it that way and determine from there, is this something I really want to do? Can I picture myself doing this long term? Will I actually use my master's? So for me, that seems to be the best route. When I thought I would be going education, I had plans all the way to doctorate. I can be a big dreamer, and so my dream goal was I was going to get a master's in reading, like the how to teach reading and things like that. And then I was going to get my doctorate in like educational admin or something like that. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was all at the same university. And so I was like, this would work perfectly. This is my, big goal. And then the education field ended up not being for me. And so I was like, okay, we'll scrap that plan. And it was really a good reminder of that Bible verse that says, man makes their plans and the Lord laughs, or something like that. And so, yeah, it was really that. What is my favorite Olympic summer event to watch? I really enjoy watching the equestrian events. I really do. I love getting to see some of those events, especially show jumping. I love watching jumping. Exactly, Techie. Not all fields really benefit from a master's. And so it's better if you're considering long term what, is it really going to benefit you long term to do it? You know what I mean? My face looks all shiny because right before stream, finished up my morning face routine. And part of my morning face routine is how do I describe it? It has sunscreen in it, but it's a really milky sunscreen. And so until it all gets soaked in, my face looks really shiny. Because I've tried. I've been trying to find what is exactly the right amount. And I've found one pump and then just kind of spread it all over. Because I was doing about a pump and a half to 2 pumps. And my face looked so shiny. I'm like, dude, I look like I ran a marathon. And so I tried cutting back. And I found that after I give it a little bit to just soak in, it doesn't look nearly as shiny. And so by the end of stream today, hopefully I will not look as shiny. Oh yeah, I totally get that. Your journey, nothing being nothing like your plans, I totally relate. I'm like, if it were up to me, I would be, and I want to try and do more theater. Now that I'm on 410s, that makes a lot more sense. And I'll be able to do more voice acting. I just have to be more intentional in auditioning. Because that's the thing, is finding time for it all. But if I had, I'd be using my degrees. I would be, helping kids learn how to read. And I've had to learn. I'm still using my degree. I'm using my degree because I am teaching preschool Sunday school. I'll be using my degree because I can help my kids in the future. Whenever the Lord blesses me with them. I'm in a position where I'd be able to homeschool if it all worked out that way. And I know all the different, tips and tricks. It helped taking those couple of psychology classes to be able to say, oh yeah, this is very much age appropriate for them. You did because it let you specialize at work and would let you pretty easily get a wide range of positions if you ever leave the hospital. Now see, that is a perfect opportunity to go for your master's, because you're in a field where you would benefit from that. Education, depending on what you want to do, won't necessarily benefit from it. And the position I'm in now, in more of a law enforcement admin setting, I'm not sure where I'm going to be 3 to 5 years down the road. I imagine I would still be in my position. I imagine maybe maybe a promotion in the next few years. But I could also get married and move. And so I would much rather, be in a position where I'm like, okay, I've done XYZ. My experience at this position has let me do XYZ. And so, yeah, it's one of those things you just gotta make sure that you're doing what's best for you career-wise, but also financially. Being wise with your money, being wise with your time. And so, with all of that, it's one of those things where, I've always had a hard time seeing longer term. You know those days in elementary, maybe not elementary, maybe middle and high school, where they ask you, okay, where do you see yourself 10 years from now? I always had a hard time with that, especially when it came to a career. It was easy for me to say, oh yeah, if I had my way, I picture myself married, at least one if not two kids, settled into a career of some kind. That part was easy for me. It was narrowing down what career exactly that I was like, I don't know. I imagine this, but maybe it'll be something different, And so for me, that was kind of where I struggled in that long-term planning. And I've heard that other people have those same struggles. So, anyways, how are we all doing today? What do we have planned for the weekend? Alrighty, Dusty, you BRB, get done what you need to get done. And Galaxy! Good morning, Galaxy. I thank you so much for the lurk. I hope you're having a great start to your weekend. Hopefully everybody's weekend is starting off well. And what do you guys have planned, either this weekend or going into next week? So just as a reminder, for the next 2 months, we are going to be helping my sister and brother-in-law's ministry. We are going to, anything that I make from Twitch over the next couple of months, I will make sure that I look at the Twitch payouts at the 12th of, I think it's somewhere between the 12th and 15th of each month, somewhere in there, and make a note, and I'm going to transfer that over to them. And we're going to bless them to be able to help the people of France have music in their own language. So when we reach 25 subs, which is that, I think that's the top goal, is the sub goal, we will do a Duolingo stream. And you guys get to pick the language from the get-go. I'm not going to be picking any of the languages. You guys pick it all. If we get to 50 subs, then we are going to do a Ring Fit Adventure stream. And Ring Fit Adventure is a game for the Switch that lets you exercise, but it also has a bit of a storyline to it too. And then if we reach 5,000 bits, it'll be a karaoke stream. And if we reach 10,000 bits, it'll be a community game stream. So for that, we're talking Plate Up, we're talking Fortnite, we're talking Magic the Gathering Arena, all kinds of stuff to be able to just have fun as a community. So hopefully over the next couple of months we can meet some of those goals and it'll be awesome. You're all getting over being sick, so nothing really planned, but hopefully making some cake for a belated birthday for hubby since he was sick on his birthday, and make spaghetti and meatballs. Ooh, spaghetti and the meatballs. You're gonna try to stream today too? Nice! What are you thinking of streaming? It is gonna be fun. I'm excited about it. And if you guys can think of any other goals along the way, let me know. I can always adjust this this graphic to make it where it reflects things that you guys like too. Because this was just me spitballing some ideas. And so we might be able to add some stuff along the way. And maybe we'll just do some spontaneous stuff too. And so that'll be super fun. A grad party this afternoon, stream tonight, normal church stuff, and chill with the fam tomorrow. Nice! We are going to do another what shall today's game be poll. We'll do Escape Academy DLC, Power Wash Simulator, Sims 4, Supermarket Simulator. We'll allow additional votes for 10 game room tokens, and it'll go for 10 minutes. Ooh, either Horizon Zero Dawn or Spyro. Nice! You guys, both of those games are so much fun. I played through Zero Dawn, and it was such a fun game. I absolutely loved it. I'm working my way through Forbidden West. I've got to go back at some point, and I need to hit the grind party, because I could not get Aloy past this one bad guy in there, and I'm like, I get to the point where I'm like super frustrated, because part of it is I don't like having to repeat the same part over and over and over again, even off stream. And the other part of it is I know that that's not fun for you guys as well. And so for me, I'm like, okay, I'm going to do some off stream, go back, do some of the side quests maybe, and we'll see where it goes. And then maybe we'll bring it back. Because I do have my Elgato, and I can just plug it into my PS4, project it onto here, and have it be projected on stream. So who knows? Maybe at some point we'll bring back Horizon Forbidden West. Oh my gosh, I can't remember her name. It's the one at the, I want to say it was like some kind of ruins or something like that in Forbidden West. Minnie enjoys watching me play the Power Wash game. Aw, hi Minnie, good morning. I hope you're feeling better, buddy. So while this poll is running, you guys, we're gonna go ahead and pray. So feel free to drop prayer requests down below in chat, or off to the side in chat, depending. Yeah. One of these days we'll have to hop on Discord, and I'll get the game going, and we'll see what we can make happen. Because for me, the frustrating part is I have it on like easy mode made for babies, as my friend Tree would say, and I still can't get it. And I think what it is she's a higher enough level than me that there's enough of a difference that she's got more powerful stuff. And so, yeah. Good morning, buddy. Do you have anything fun planned for the day? Are you going to be playing lots of video games or watching Mom play? What's your plan today? Oh, you guys, exciting stuff. Tuesday, we are going to have a special guest. One of my dearest friends is going to be joining me on stream, and we're going to be playing a game together that is a newer game, like it just released this year. It's a surprise. It's a surprise. But we're going to be playing a game that she works for the company that made it. And so she highly recommended this game to me. And I asked her if she wanted to join me on stream and play it with me. And she was like, absolutely. And she was like, okay, let's do it. And so we planned it. And so Tuesday is the day. She will probably join us around 7 p.m. my time. So, because I told her, hey, I know you have work that day. I typically take about the first 20 to 30 minutes to catch up, pray, things like that. And then we dive into the game. And so she was like, oh, that's perfect just in case I run behind. And so probably around 6:45, 7 o'clock. Well, maybe not 6:45 because that's only 15 minutes into stream. Probably closer to like 6:50, 7 o'clock my time. We'll be starting to play that game, and it'll be super fun. I'm so excited. You'll definitely help if you can. It's been a while since you played. Oh, I think I know where you're at. She is a pain. She is! And it's the same dialogue over and over and over, and I'm dodge rolling everywhere. But part of it is I think my aim is also terrible when I have her using the bow and arrow and everything, and it's like my aim is just terrible because she never stays in one spot. And so, you guys, we're about halfway through the poll, so get those votes in. We have 1 for Escape Academy, 2 for Power Wash, and 1 for Supermarket Simulator. He will watch if you play Spyro, but if not, he'll play Spyro on the Switch Lite. Hey, that works! That works! It's kiddo friendly. I love it. Alrighty, you guys, we're gonna go ahead and pray. Feel free to drop any prayer requests in chat. I'll look up partway through the prayer just to make sure that I don't miss any. And then we'll dive into the game that you guys choose. Oh, dear Lord, thank you so much for who you are, how much you love us, and everything that you do for us every single day. For the gifts and talents that you've given us, for laughter, for friendship, for family, and community in general, Lord. I ask that you be with each and every one of us as we go through our day and go through our weekend. Give us wisdom and discernment. Help us be able to relax and have fun. And I just ask that you protect us and you guide us every day. I pray over Soul that you be with her. Thank you so much that all of the car issues have been resolved, it appears. Thank you that her cat is settling in well, and I pray that that continues. I ask that you be with her dad and his health issues, but I also ask that you restore their relationship, Lord. Let there be clearer communication. Excuse me. Let there be clearer communication and better respect for boundaries. And let there not be just this vague communication that sometimes occurs, Lord. And I pray over STL that you be with him, rid him of headaches, rid him of any thoughts that are not from you, Lord. And just be with his physical and mental health, Lord. And I pray that same thing for Phelan, that you just rid him of headaches and restore his relationship with his family. I ask that you be with Kitty and her family as they're recovering from sickness, and be with her mom and her health, be with this legal thing that they have going on, that gets resolved according to your will, Lord. Let all the documents that are needed be found, and give everybody involved wisdom. I pray over Dreamer that you be with him and his family. Thank you that everything seems to be resolving as far as the mold and the rebuilding of the walls and everything. in his family home. Thank you for that. I pray that the mold stays away and that they don't have to go through this again. I pray for Kishu as she is in opening weekend of her show, that you be with her, the cast, and the crew, and the director, and everybody involved. That everything goes well, that the cast stays healthy, and remembers everything that they've rehearsed, Lord. Be with Spark and Kishu as they heal and recover from giving birth, because that can take a while to recover from. And just any physical or mental things that they may or may not be going through, Lord, that you just be with them. Be with Ladyfoes and Adaphos and their unspokens and their garden, Lord. And just everything going on in their life, Lord, that you just be with them, let them feel your love and your presence every day, Lord. Give Ladyfoes an amazing birthday today, too, Lord. I ask that you be with Mamo Paparino and her job, be with Dead Signal and his job, be with, oh goodness, be with anybody, Lord, who is suffering, whether physically, whether illness or injury. Heal them according to your will, Lord. Anybody who is suffering mentally, just be with them, Lord. Help them to know who they are in you. I ask that you be with Galaxy's Unspoken. Be with DLC, Lord, as we get ready to come back stronger, Lord. That you be with everybody involved. Be with Bayo as he's at work. Help him have the energy for all these extra shifts, Lord. Be with Zyro and help him find the job that you have for him, Lord. I ask that you be with us and guide us in your direction, Lord. I ask that you be with John and help him continue to be healthy. Be with Fen, help her be healthy. Be with Artsy, be with Madame Mama's Farm and Vocal Duck and Grandpa Blues and Sean and Tie-Dye Chef Dave and Trevor and John Deeds and Nightney. Be with Catherine Naomi. Be with Amethyst. Just help everybody to just feel your love and your presence today, Lord. Give us a fun time of fellowship, and in your name I pray. Amen. All right, I'm going to quickly clean these glasses because for some reason, no matter how many times I clean them, I might need to just get some water on them or something. They just like to get dirty. And it's almost like the way I clean them more spreads everything rather than cleans it off. Alrighty, let's see. Let's view these results. It was Power Wash Simulator is the winner. So I'm gonna boot that up. We're gonna scoot this over a tiny bit. I'm gonna change over the category. There we go. And then we go to the game screen. Perfect. And we resume our job. There we go. It's loading everything. Alright, so when we last left off, we had just finished cleaning. I think we had finished cleaning the roof, but I'm not 100% sure. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start cleaning around here. So we got that. And we're gonna finish this wall. We're gonna go around here, finishing as much as we can. Our goal today is that I want to try and finish up this bungalow. If we finish more, if we can start one more, that's great. If not, just starting off is good enough for me. Because I've heard that a lot of these have just a lot of nooks and crannies. Especially the playground. The playground, I think, would have tons of nooks and crannies on it. But on the plus side, we are pretty much over halfway done with this. So if we can finish up the other 45%, that will be an amazing goal. Because I feel like we got about 45-50% in about an hour. So if we're able to do that same amount of work, we can get this done. You have a little helper with the dishes today. Good job, Minnie. Way to be responsible and help Mom. I'm proud of you, buddy. Is it one of those, you wash and he puts it in the dishwasher kind of a thing? Because I feel like at that age, I could see him doing one or the other. Aw, you're welcome, buddy. You're learning how to be responsible. Oh, no dishwasher. Gotcha. That's okay. That's okay. Hand washing can be definitely time consuming. Oh, rinsing and putting them on the towel. Good job, bud. Is he doing some summer like workbooks and stuff as well for school? So that way, because I know that summer learning loss is definitely a thing. And so I imagine, knowing you, you probably have him doing like workbooks and stuff over the summer to help out with that. It might not be an everyday thing, maybe, but I can see him doing that. There, we're making some progress. You've got the door done. Now we just need that. There we go. Look at us go. We're making progress, you guys. Ah, that was a shadow. Gotcha. I thought so. I thought that looked like dirt. Kind of, you're working a little bit on a second grade workbook, but you're mostly letting him enjoy summer vacation. Hey, that's fair. That's fair. Even just a little bit sometimes can be enough to make it where the summer learning loss is less. Because that's the goal of those workbooks, is to make it where they are just learning as much as they can when they can. You've got his school books picked out on Amazon already. Nice! Yeah, that makes sense. What curriculum are you thinking of using? Or is it going to be a mixture? Because that's the beauty of homeschool, is that you're able to better combine curriculum. Like, you can make it really your own. We'll finish up the bungalow roof here in a little bit, I think. I think we're going to start by just getting this wall here. There we go. As long as I don't have anything there, we're good. We can get the bungalow roof easier probably with the ladder. I would think, because, yeah. You don't really have a curriculum, you just got a book for each subject, and we use Teachers Pay Teachers for, like, homework on the areas in which he has the most trouble. That makes sense. Because I've heard there's no one right way to homeschool, which is the beauty of it. And you can mix and match the curriculum. Like, there's some curriculum that are geared more towards reading and writing. Like, their reading and writing is like, mwah. There's also some that are better in math. And there's some that are better in social studies. So just like in a more traditional school setting, you know, they mix and match curriculum there too. They don't just say, okay, we're using, Harcourt for everything. They go, yeah, we're using Harcourt language, but we're using Abeka science. We're using Saxon math, or Go math, depending on the school, like they're able to mix and match too. Ooh, hey Lucis, how's it going? He loves science. Nice. So Minnie, what is your favorite thing about science? What do you love best about it? Oh boy, Pops is out of his rocking chair having a look. Vocal Duck, how you doing? Exactly, Donna's Super Saturday stream, now with an improved high-pressure nozzle. Exactly. How are you today, Vocal Duck? You doing all right? How was your week? We're just getting some power washing done. Trying to find where... There it is. Ah, you guys, that dopamine hit. Every time you hear the cha-ching. He says he likes everything about science. He enjoys learning about plants and the reaction of volcanoes. Ooh. One of these days, Minnie, you are going to have to tell Mom and Dad, hey, let's save some money and we're going to go to Hawaii and we're going to take a look at some volcanoes. Or go up to Washington and see Mount St. Helens. That might actually be more feasible. Took Monday and Tuesday off, but work hit hard Thursday and Friday. It's fine, more chances for OT. Oh, that sweet, sweet time and a half. We're gonna need the ladder to get up there. So we're gonna just take what we can get down here first. And go from there. It's pretty good. You're pretty good. Just warm. You think your life support system AC heater isn't working. When it rains, it pours. Speaking of, Vocal Duck, does it look like rain out by you? Because it's looking like possible rain out my way. And we got a bit of rain yesterday, like last night. But Lucis, I hope you're able to fix that AC, or that somebody like the insurance company or something is able to come and fix it. 'Cause I know my friend Soul, her AC, she's on a, I want to say like a swamp cooler kind of a thing. And it's not exactly wanting to work either. So she's been kind of suffering through the heat. Here we go. I like this. We'll get what we can with this, and then we'll go back and spot check. Just took a look. Yep, it does look like rain and even smells like rain, but so far it's dry. If it starts to rain, I might end stream early. So if it starts raining by you, Vocal Duck, let me know. And I'll take a look out my window and see how we're looking. But I want to make sure that we stay safe. Don't, like, overload the circuits and everything, or risk anything happening to the computer. Alrighty. You got it, Lucis. Sending rain your way to New York. You might end up getting some storms later tonight. Let's see. What is it right now? Let's see. We're going to take a pause on the power washing. It is 88 and cloudy here at the moment. Some of this we might need to take the ladder and just be like, yeah, ladder, ayúdame. It's sunny there. It's 86 and sunny for Techie. Isn't it amazing how much weather changes across the country? That is one of my favorite parts of streaming, is that I get to know a bunch of people from all over the US. And by doing that, I get to hear about different walks of life. I get to hear about different weather systems. That's one of my favorite parts, other than getting to make new friends. Because I am such an extrovert. I gotta have all the friends. Let's see, we got a spot clean. There we go. Alright, so now we're gonna grab this ladder. We're gonna climb up. We're gonna clean along here. Oh, we are partway in the air. Okay, good. We can clean. Ooh, a hydrate from a vocal duck. Let me finish this section and I will take care of that hydrate. And Luce is redeeming first. Look at you guys go. There we are. Yeah, I had a feeling. All right, we're gonna get that hydrate. Almost an hour later, right? Good morning, Soul. How you doing today? There we go. There's a hydrate. And then I've got a whole other cup. So don't you guys worry. I got plenty for all the hydrates you guys can throw at me. And if I need to, I will run downstairs and get more. How are you, Soul? How is the kitty? Hopefully Kitty is good. Little kitty cat that we love so much. There we go. It's Elusive saying hello to everybody. Alright, so let's put this here so that we can get under here. There we go. Exactly. Everybody's got to be acknowledged. That's what I love about you, Luces, is that you make sure everybody is welcome. Everybody feels acknowledged. You've got an emote for everything. Ooh, we gotta get down there a little bit. There we go. Still demanding pets and very much annoyed at our different sleep schedules. Part of me loves that. Like, part of me is like, heck yeah. Because I can totally see it. I can totally see that happening. Ah! Let's see. Maybe something like that ought to do it? I'm trying to figure out what's left here. Oh. In another stream, you shout out everyone you think it was Chovies. She's watching the Meowlinium Falcon do its thing. I love it. Huh. I wish I knew what was going on with this thing. But you know what? We will figure it out later. We've got more stuff to do, right? I'm glad the game doesn't do fall damage too, because that would have been like a really bad amount of fall damage. Fall damage is probably the damage I take the most. It's not any amount of vehicle damage. It's fall damage. That's the one that I take the most. Haha, you broke your leg, minus 5,000. Right? Because that's exactly what our insurance would require us to pay. They'd be like, yeah, you pay the first 5,000 in doctor bills. Oh, you need to cast both legs? Okay. We'll cover one leg, you cover the other. If that. Alrighty. We're gonna do... Oh, look at that. We're gonna focus more on this wall, I think. And once we finish up this wall, then we'll come back, we'll do the window, or at least we'll finish up what's left of the window and the door. That's what I think would be probably our best bet. is to do that. Because at least by doing it that way, we are making sure... I tend to like to... I know, right? Did this seriously, like, survive a fire or something? Because that is the only reason I can think of for it to look like this. Literally the only reason I can think of. Huh. There we go. Figuring out how much pressure to put on it for it to realize, hey, you actually did finish this, has been an adventure. I tend to like to focus on one task at a time in games like this, so that I can rest assured that I haven't missed anything. You still remember Travis getting utterly consumed by the fire in the laundry room and then walking away completely unharmed? He's a force of nature, that guy. He really is. I actually was playing my off-stream family last night. I was playing some Sims, doing some off-stream play, and... Oh, ad break. I'll finish the story after the ad break. Okay, so that side of the bricks is done. Okay. Alright, there we go. I was playing in my off-stream family, and off-stream family also has Travis as the husband. And once again, he managed to set himself on fire in the laundry room. But this time, he managed to extinguish the whole fire himself before the smoke detectors went off. And yet, his hair was black, his clothes were black, everything was, and I'm like, okay, so he can literally stand there in the fire for like 2 minutes and not have a single thing happen. In the on-stream family, but in the off-stream family, he's gonna be like, uh-oh, I'm on fire for like 2 seconds and now everything is gonna be crazy. Alright, we're gonna have to get the ladder for this one because the wall is just too high for me to get all of the spots that I need to get. There we go. He cannot be destroyed. Merely slowed down. Exactly. You're watching me through PS4 so it can be on the TV. Aww. I love it. Alright, we're gonna start here. Let's get all this. Because once we finish up this, we'll be able to move the ladder over. I can get what's down low. Is the quality better on PS4, or is it just mostly that's the way you can get it on the TV? Either way is fine. Alright, let's get down low here. The hard part with my off-stream family is that off-stream family has, I think, 5 kids. I have them all on long lifespan, so they'll survive longer. Because I don't want to have to say goodbye to any of them too quickly. But that's just me. I don't like saying goodbye to people. I get emotionally attached. It's decent. Okay. That works. Decent's better than not good at all. There we go. Now we can get up here. We can do some spot cleaning. We've got the ladder there to be able to grab anything. There we go. Alright. Now for the hard part. This part is going to be very, very heavily involved. We've got the whole porch to try and handle. I sometimes forget that I can get lower to the ground like that to get underneath. My eyes are saying, we need to take a little break. But I say, not until we finish. There we go. You're down with that? It's definitely bittersweet, but you think the silver lining is, even though this person is dead, they live on through family members' memories, houses you've built for them. This is true. This is very true. They do. And they can... I think they make it where the person still visits every so often, yeah? Like as a ghost. Ah, strange. the stretches. Thank you. I needed that. Exactly. And that's the fun part. I've seen even the ghost of the family's first dog got into some shenanigans. The dog ghost was like making the trash can levitate and stuff like that. And I was like, really? Even the dog? Like, it was amusing more than anything. 'Cause at least the ghost dog wasn't trying to do anything to, like, hurt anybody, I guess? I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe hurt is the wrong word, but, like, they just made it more inconvenient. They didn't, like, the dog didn't break anything, you know what I mean? I feel like doing this would just make the mold worse. Am I wrong? There we go. Alright, we got that. Okay. Dog making the trash can levitate? That oddly makes sense. He wanted what was in there. Exactly. Exactly. It's one of those things that makes sense, but at the same time, you're kind of like, really, dog? Why? Why? It was kind of amusing and kind of annoying all at the same time. Because, like, part of me didn't even recognize what was going on, you know? Like, part of me was like, what is happening here? And then I realized, oh, it's the dog ghost. Because I had the kids' nanny. I had the kids have a nanny for a while. Because I was like, hey, let's, Dad and I both have to work. Let's just make it easier on everybody. We'll hire a nanny while you guys, until you guys start school and can spend hours at school. It's Amethyst! Hello! How are you, my friend? What are you up to today? On the note of ghosts, have I gotten the paranormal investigator license? I have not. It's a great way to travel with Sims to their workday. Ooh, I might have to look into that. Ooh, what's for lunch today, Amethyst? How's work going? Hope it's going well. We're just over here cleaning up a storm. Trying to get this porch all clean. There we go. All right. Let's try spot cleaning that. Spot clean. Spit spot! It's unlocked through the achievement reward screen. The rewards for filling Sims lifetime once. Ooh. I will have to remember that. I don't know. Because part of it is I've my Sims and my off-stream family especially just get so big mad because they're like, I'm missing out on life and fulfilling my dreams. And I'm like, but your goal is to be a mom, and you are a mom. How are you not fulfilling your dream every day? You know what I mean? Hey, scared kid! Dun 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 bum 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 bum. Love it. Thank you, Scared Kid, for that redeem. How are you today, my friend? We're working our way through a bungalow, trying to get everything all clean. The alert is either really quiet or didn't make a sound. Huh. Well, thank you, because I'm able to hear it on my end. Here, let me check. I'm going to check something. Let's see. We're going to check some sound alerts. Dashboard. Log in with Twitch. My alerts. Channel points. Volume. Applause. Dumb Ways to Die is at full volume. Dumb Ways to Die is at full volume. It's at full volume. Okay, so then let's check properties. Let's check then, because it says it's at full volume. Huh. Maybe it's because of that. Let me try this. Let's try this. Okay, were you guys able to hear that one? Because it could have been just a case of me having... It could have been a case of me having it below. You heard something. Okay. Cool. Did it sound like the wibbly wobbly timey wimey stuff? So you heard him say wibbly wobbly timey wimey stuff? Because if that's the case, then all I needed to do, if that is the case, is I just had it below one of my other sources. And what I might need to do is I might also need to make it a case where I control... It was quiet. Okay. So then let me see if I can control audio via OBS. Okay, so that's at full. I'm going to put it a little below full Just so that way it doesn't, like, blast your guys' ears off.
Say
5 gift subs! Scared Kid, thank you so much! Okay, let's do properties. Control via OBS. Huh. Then I couldn't hear it. You heard that, okay. But I couldn't hear it somehow. Advanced audio properties. Let's see, is there a way to get it to play through my headphones? Because now I can't hear it. Let's see. Let's see what happens here. Let's see if what happens if I do that.
wibbly wobbly, timey wimey
No,
stuff.
that didn't let me hear it. Huh. Monitor off. Okay, I'm gonna have to probably turn off control audio via OBS. And then what I could do is take a look at advanced audio. It's only at 45%. That could have been part of it. Alright, we're going to close it, put it up at 80. And we're going to try... Alright. So now I can hear it, can you? So were you guys able to hear that time? You can't? Aw, thank you for the nice dancing. Barely. Huh. It was quiet. Huh. 'Cause I had... Alrighty, enjoy the party! Alright, what if I put it up at 100%? Just out of pure curiosity. How was that? That any better? Because I want you guys to be able to hear it. Couldn't hear that one at all? Huh. Okay. Alright, that... I will laugh so hard if you guys were able to hear that one loud and clear. And the reason for that is I only have that source at 10%. So if you guys were able to hear that, I will laugh so hard. You heard a sound? Okay. Huh. I'm gonna have to figure that all out. Because I might need to put my... Because that was where it was when you guys said you could barely hear it, was up at 100. And so I was like, well, if you guys could not hear it at all at 100... I just might need to play around with sound alerts. I'm doing well! How are you, Amethyst? You turned your music off so you could listen to everything. That may be why you can hear things. Okay. So... let's go to... Advanced Audio Properties. We'll make it 100. We'll do applause. I wonder what would happen if I have... Oh, you guys haven't been able to even hear the sounds of... That could be it. I did not have desktop audio up at all. That could explain why you guys didn't hear anything. You guys never... Oh, you're struggling mentally today? How's it going, Lady Siren? Alright, we're gonna try this. Alright, Amethyst, we are going to be praying for you in 1 second. I need to test something. We are going to test with...
Dumb ways to die. So many dumb ways to die. Dumb ways to die. So many dumb ways to die.
Alright. So, good. Yay! Woohoo! It was the fact that I didn't have desktop audio up at all. You guys haven't even been able to hear the game. Oh my goodness. That's so sad. We're like 2 hours into... Well, not 2 hours. An hour and a half into stream. And you guys have not been able to hear any of the beautiful, beautiful washing sound effects. Yeah, I can do that. There it is. And then after that finishes playing Amethyst, we are praying for ya. You were able to hear me, though, and that was nice. Well, that's good. I'm glad you guys were able to hear me. That means I had at least one setting right. Oh, dear Lord, right now we just bring Amethyst before you. I ask that you just alleviate her anxiety. Whatever the trigger is that's causing her to be so anxious, I ask that you remove it, Lord, and help her be able to remain calm and to rely on you, Lord. I ask that you just be with her and speak to her and let her just feel your presence today, Lord. Let her have a great day at work. Let her enjoy lunch and her break. Let her be able to just be the blessing that she is to all of her co-workers, Lord. I ask all of this in your name. Amen. You are so welcome. You are so very welcome. Anytime. I am literally just a message away. Anytime, Amethyst. Yes, you did get gifted a sub. Probably one of Scared Kid's subs. Let's see, who all got a gift sub from Scared Kid? Let's roll back up a bit. Because that was at about the time that we were doing that. All the stuff. Trying to figure out sounds and stuff. Little bit Casey. Or Cassie. Kitty. Keen153. Luces. And Techie. Congratulations, you guys, and thank you so much, Scared Kid, for all of that. I really appreciate you giving all these gift subs to the community. I appreciate you as a person. You are amazing. Never, ever, ever change. Isn't there a song about, like, never ever change? Do 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 do. We can finish up the roof here in a minute. I need to go grab the stool to be able to finish it. You won your first Magic the Gathering Commander game on Thursday. Congratulations! That is not easy. Commander is one of those ones where it can go either way, really. And it all depends on who you have as your commander. And who you're playing against, of course. Alright, let's go this way. Haha! There it is. See, guys? We can figure this all out. We're gonna run. Grab the ladder. Carry it. Or I guess the step stool versus ladder. I want to finish up that frame. There we go. Huh. Okay then. I guess that won't work. We'll just get this part like this. We can figure the rest out in a minute. Yeah, I'm not standing on it at all. Now I kind of am. Ah, yes, my favorite because it gets such a wide spot. I love it. It's not as powerful, so it takes more to get there, but okay, so my guess is that is the underside of the porch that they are referring to. So who's your commander, Scared Kid? Alright, let's grab this, set it there, and then we can grab this part. Perfect. We've got 99% done. There's apparently one more window frame that I'm missing. Huh. I wonder which one it could be. Where are you? Why do you hide? Alright, so window frame there. Window frame here is fine. Window there is fine. Huh. Okay, let's take a look. We've gotten 7 out of 7 bricks, 2 out of 2 doors, 2 out of 2 door frames, 4 out of 4 gutters, 2 porch fences, posts, window frames, 4 out of 5. Okay. Oh. This window frame. Haha, there it is. We did it. All right, let's watch us do our thing. There we are, climbing all over the roof, trying not to fall. Kanji Skywarden, 3/3 flying vigilance. Whenever he attacks, +2 attack to all flying creatures. When he defends, +2 defense to all flying creatures. That's cool! Alright, we've got an hour and a half, roughly. Let's start with this merry-go-round. They call it a roundabout. I like it. I wonder if that's what they call it in, like, in Europe, maybe. Because we call it a merry-go-round. But I could see where they might call it a roundabout. So we're gonna start with this because, as we know, I tend to like to do one thing at a time. So if I'm able to focus on one object And I'm gonna save this big ol' monstrosity for last. I think we're gonna stick to this side of the playground and maybe do the benches. But that's gonna be about it. For now. Because we can do these upper discs pretty easily. We can get to the lower disc easily as well. Especially if we're... Oh, you run a Plains Island flying deck. I love it. I love it. I have a box that I keep my 4 favorite commander decks in. In fact, let me grab that real quick. Okay, so this is the box I keep my 4 favorite commander decks in. I have some extra cards right here, and then my 2 Doctor Who decks are here. I know you guys can't see, I'm sorry. I've got 2 Doctor Who commander decks here, and then these 2 are my D&D themed ones. And so that way, if I decide I want to play Commander with some friends, all I've got to do is grab 1 box. I don't need to worry. Yeah, they are. They're pre-cons. I've tried building my own decks by like going to drafts and stuff like that. But I'm still very, very, very much early in my adventure with MTG. And so with draft, I have the most difficult time figuring out how to make that work. And so, for me, I've built a couple of decks on MTG Arena, and they're pretty strong. Lady Foes helped me with some of it because she looked at my deck and the way that I had constructed it, and she was like, "Yeah, you're definitely gonna need more of XYZ." Oh yeah, blue-white flyers are very, very strong. Blue-white is one of my favorite combos. And when you get flying mixed in with that, it is like, whoo, chef's kiss. Like, I had always wanted a Merfolk deck, for example, and now I've got a Merfolk deck on Magic the Gathering Arena. And for now, it's standard. And for me, that's the hard part of keeping up with Magic the Gathering, is how often new decks come out. I'm like, I don't have the time or the money to be able to keep up with this. So because of that, I just don't. You have 3 commander decks, but they're old. Way back from Gatecrash, so like 10 years ago. I actually have some decks from about 10 years ago. I have a couple of them. I've got a mono green commander. I think I even have some from MTG 2011. Because I started playing off and on around high school, like end of high school. And that was when I decided, you know, hey, let's give this a try because some of my friends are playing it. Let's give it a go. And bought myself one of the pre-made decks because I'm like, if I'm going to learn, I'm going to learn from a pre-made and see if I can figure out what they're doing. And then I just never figured out what they were doing. You normally upgrade your deck until you get a legendary creature with a neat ability. Okay, that makes sense. And especially when you have one that has a an ability like that to, like, if you're building it as a, if you're building it as one that's geared for flyers, yeah, you want one that's going to boost your flying creatures, you know? Like, that just only makes sense. Okay, that one's done. That one's done. Okay, cool. We got all that. I'm glad the sun is shining on this because that'll help it with drying off. These days, you're really hoping they can figure out a commander-type format for Digimon. Oh, that would be awesome! I also really, one of these days, would love to learn how to play Lorcana, the Disney game. Because I'm like, I've got 3 decks. I have yet to even remove them from the box or sleeve them or anything. I just don't have enough hours in the day to learn how to play all the games that I want to play. There we go. But that would be awesome if they could figure out some kind of a commander type format for Digimon. That would be super cool. Lorcana, you'd be okay with getting a deck to learn it. Heard it's not a really complicated game. Yeah, that's what the people at the local game shop have been saying too, is that it's very, very beginner friendly, which is something I need. I need something quick and easy to learn. But also just more friends that play them, you know what I mean? Okay, So we've got all that. Oh, there we go. Floor plate. Now we need the mount. And then we'll just kind of work our way around. We can do this blue part. And hopefully by doing the blue part, we will also get the mount as well. And then we'll move on over to the benches, I think. Save red and yellow for last. Because that's a lot to try and get done. I want to try and get the benches. And then we can do that. I know, I'm weird. I'm weird like that. My logic makes sense in my brain. There we go. Alright, now let's get the small blue. Because once we get small blue... Exactly! If it works, it works! And especially when we are almost done with this blue part... We can make this. There. Alright. To the bench. Higher power. By having it as a higher power, water pressure thing, we make it where... it'll be a lot easier to work with. And it comes off quicker because it's at a higher pressure. So that's basic physics, but... basic water pressure physics, but something people may not think about. Don't be afraid to adjust the water pressure based on your needs. Don't be afraid to adjust the nozzle. There, let's grab that. Some Some of this might have to wait until I get back around to the front. Alright. Now that we have that, it also depends on what it is. If it's the higher density stuff, if it's more than just the black part, then it makes it harder. Let's clean the trash can. There we go. Nice and easy. Oh, this is just covered in stuff. I thought it was a bench made out of wood. Like, I thought it like brown wood that hadn't been painted. Boy, was I wrong. It was just that covered up in stuff. Right? Somebody poured a bucket of mud just all over it. And then it got burned. There we go. Get a little lower so that way we can reach where we need to be able to reach. A lot of this I would have thought I would have gotten when I was doing the top part, but apparently not. Not a biggie though. There we go. All right. Whew. All right. Let's go ahead and get this trash can. And then I'm going to take a super duper quick bio break, I think, after this. And then we'll come back and do the other bench. There we go. All right. Quick break real quick. I will be right back. Alright, you guys. We are back. We are ready. We're gonna finish up this bench. And then I think we're gonna finish off by cleaning up the dinosaur toy over there. Because I think by doing that, we are gonna make it where it'll feel a lot less overwhelming. And especially by doing a lot of these smaller projects first, that monstrosity over there will feel a lot less overwhelming. Oh, and we've got ourselves an ad break. Don't worry, all my friends and ads, all you're missing is more cleaning. There we go. Alright, we just finished the last bench, or what appears to be the last bench. Let's take a look. Up here, B for benches. Yep, 3 and then 2 bins. Alrighty, that works. Let's clean up the stego slide. The stego slide is gonna need quite a bit of love. Hey Dreamer, how's it going? I hope you're doing well. We are just cleaning up. We finished up a bungalow from last time, and now we're cleaning up a park. So we're taking this park a little bit at a time, because that'll be a lot easier than trying to do it all at once. Alrighty, we'll be raiding out in about an hour anyway. That is A-okay. What thing do you have going on today? Is it a fun thing? A work thing? A church thing? What do we got? Ooh, a social thing. That sounds like fun. I hope it's as fun as it sounds. Any kids who might be watching, do not do this at home. You always want to make sure you never go up the slide. You want to go down the slide. But when you're cleaning it, when you're a professional cleaner and nobody else is at the park, the grown-ups can because it's just easier. Well, then again, maybe not. I am slipping and sliding down that thing. You help out with something called Special Gathering. It's worship for special needs, and everyone who helps are encouraged to participate. Ooh, that's cool. I love that. We definitely need to make sure we are including people with special needs because they're people too. They deserve to be able to worship and be able to hang out with people just as much as those of us who are neurotypical, I believe is the term. We have to prove that one thing that Stephen King believes, that those with special needs are close to God. Exactly. In the words of Esmeralda from Hunchback of Notre Dame, we're all children of God. It's not an I thought we all were, it's a we are. And we have to treat people like that. We have to treat people like the children of God that they are. We have to include them. We have to make sure that they feel just as comfortable. And hold space for them. Make them feel welcome, make them feel loved and safe. We're gonna get underneath the slide there. Right? God Help the Outcast is probably one of my all-time favorite songs. That one in Heaven's Light. Oh, I promise I will not intentionally make you start crying. Keyword there being intentionally. Oh, and then Someday. Someday, when we are wiser, when the world's older, when we have learned, I pray. Da, 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 to live and yet let live. There we go. We can make it We can make it. We can make it if we try. There we go. Let's see, can we fit under here? Yeah, we can. This way we can get all the exterior. And then we can go for the parts on the slide itself. Easy was not a Christian but still heard about God and what she guessed. Oh, Esmeralda. Yes. She was not a Christian but had still heard about God and what she guessed was correct, that God is love and wanted to take care of the downtrodden and outcasts. Exactly. Exactly, Vocal Duck. That is exactly right. Because, and it also goes to show that that Paul is correct in Romans when he says men are without excuse. Because we can see God in so many different things. Whether we're hearing about him, whether we see him in his creation. Man is without excuse. There we go. We gotta get the inside here. And that doesn't mean that just because God is love does not mean that he's not going to punish sin. It means he loves us enough that he wants to be with us and he'll forgive us and has forgiven us. But he wants us to be more and more like him every day. Oh, yes. And this game goes on sale fairly frequently. At least in Steam. I got this when it was on sale, and I got it for like $20, I think it was. Oh wow, I thought I had gotten all of this already, but apparently not. But God is a jealous God, and he wants us to follow him and him alone. And when we follow him and become more and more like him, life is going to get better. It's not going to be easy, but we have that assurance, and that's what makes it better, is having that assurance that we have God on our side when we go through hard times. It doesn't mean that it's not a hard time, but it means the hard time brings us closer to Him. Because the Bible says, in this world we will have trouble, but take heart, for I have overcome the world. So that means that when Jesus died on the cross, He defeated sin and death forever. And no matter what this world throws at us, when we have God on our side, He'll help us through it. I'm a completionist. I've got to make sure I clean this entire thing. Oh, wow. Oh, man, my index finger on the hand I use my mouse with is like yelling at me. It's going, why are you treating me so badly? Alright, we'll handle this yellow part. And then we'll handle the floor edge. There we go. We'll use the green, I guess. The green has a bit more pressure to it, and so because of that, that makes it easier. Makes it where it doesn't take as much to get it done. There we go. Oh, we gotta stretch. There we go. Exactly. We can't leave grime and mud on the slide. Exactly. We gotta take care of the kids. They're not gonna want to get all muddy. And if the kids are anything like how I was, I don't remember enjoying getting all muddy and dirty. And so anything like that that would make me all muddy and dirty, I would be like, no, I'm avoiding that like the plague. And then, when it got clean, then I would probably play on it. Okay, here we go. And in Hunchback, even Quasimodo learns a lot about God and about people. And that is what's super cool. Like, yeah, Hunchback is very, very dark, especially for a Disney movie. Like, I remember watching it as a kid, and I couldn't quite put my finger on what it was about it. Like, I remember being drawn to it, you know? But, like, then. But then I remember, like, being an adult and being like, oh my gosh, I don't remember all of this imagery that comes in and, we'll just call it Frollo's big song. We'll call it by name, in Hellfire. Like, I did not remember all of the dark imagery in that song. And all of a sudden, there it was. And I'm like, I don't remember that from when I was a kid. I remember the gargoyles. I remember, you know, the God Help the Outcast scene. Things like that. Exactly. Being an actual loving human being who treats people the way that God wants them to be treated makes a huge difference. You remember that, surrounded by demons, watching Esmeralda dancing and then burning in the fire. Exactly. And the lyrics, yes. Exactly. And it's like, dude, you are that obsessed with her? But when you're a kid, it doesn't really click about exactly what he's saying. You don't get when you're a kid that he's essentially saying either I have her or nobody has her. And so I would wait to let my kids watch that until they were older, just for that, you know? So that we could take the time to talk about it and be like, okay, this is why what Frollo is saying is wrong, you know? This is why Frollo may consider himself a man of God and a man of faith, but he sure doesn't act like it. And for exactly that reason, Dreamer, he decided to raise Quasi as a pawn, not a son. And you're really glad they made Frollo a separate character from the Archdeacon, making the leader of the church an actually helpful dude who was great. Had they stuck to the original source, it would have been so depressing. And the musical actually stays fairly close to the source material. There is actually a Broadway musical, and it stays fairly close, from my understanding, to the source material. It's like a nice blend of the source material and the Disney movie. But you're right. Disney did take what is a very, very dark story and lighten it up a bit. Because I love the Archdeacon. I love his words to Esmeralda. I love his words to Frollo. where he says, "See here the innocent blood you have spilt on the steps of Notre Dame. And now you would have ba-dum, ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum, ba-da-da-dum." And then my favorite part. You can lie to yourself and your minions. You can claim that you haven't a qualm. But you never can run from nor hide what you've done from the eyes. The very eyes of Notre Dame. Ooh, did you hear that the mayor's cat Ulysses is missing? The whole town's on the lookout for him for the festival. We won't have spring till he puts that hat on. If I had to wear that hat, I'd go missing. I wonder what the hat looks like if it's that bad. This is true, it did. And he tries to justify himself. He tries to be like, yeah, it's not my fault. She ran. I just pursued her. And the archdeacon's like, no, bro. You're not getting away with it that easily. You are guilty. Just like we all are. But I love how he says, "But you never can run from nor hide what you've done from the eyes of Notre Dame." Because what he's attempting to say is, yeah, you think you can get away with this, but not only is it going to haunt you because you're going to remember that you did this, you're going to remember this day for the rest of your life. But God isn't going to let you forget it. Right? The very eyes of Notre Dame qui veille les hommes. And Frollo gets it. He's immediately like, oh no, what do I do? What do I have to do to make it where this won't haunt me for the rest of my life? And he's like, be an actual decent human being. Randomness, but you made meatballs and spaghetti, but you burned some of the meatballs. No! I think this last bit that we're going to be able to do is going to be this red floor. It has been years since you made meatballs. I mean, that's fair. It's still frustrating, though, I'm sure, because I've been there where you're like, oh, I thought I did it just right, and then I messed it up. No, now it's burnt. I actually ended up burning popcorn just the other day. The sound of the water running is so relaxing. hot take literally, but you kind of like the meatballs to have a slight burn. It adds texture. Interesting. Is there like a spot though where it becomes almost too burnt? You know hubby'll still eat it? There you go. Is Minnie gonna eat it, or does Minnie not necessarily like the burnt? Because I know I kind of like maybe a little bit burnt, but not too burnt. You know what I mean? It is. It really is a fine balance. It is a fine balance, yeah. I didn't even think about the carcinogens. I think next time we're gonna start by going around the outside, getting the outer part done. And then we'll start working the inner. There we go. We are almost done with this red part at least. We might actually be able to maybe get that yellow circle, depending on how things go. But we're making quite a bit of progress on this one. I'm proud of us. I know 26% doesn't seem like a whole lot, but in the grand scheme of things, we're a quarter of the way done. And that in and of itself is amazing. We might need to go back and spot check before we do the yellow floor circle, but although, going back to Hunchback, one of my favorite songs in the musical that's not in the Disney movie is called Esmeralda, and it has Phoebus, it has Frollo, and it has Quasimodo, all talking about trying to find Esmeralda and their reasons for trying to find her. And it's just such a beautifully written song. It has lots of different melodies in it. It has different callbacks to different melodies from earlier in the musical. we'll stick with the green, I think. Green seems to be our best bet, I think. There we go. Let's see, how much more time do we have? Okay, we've got time for a few more small projects, I think. And the best part of doing stuff that's lower is that sometimes it helps you get the lower part of some stuff that you're gonna be getting later. Yeah, if it ever comes to our town, I will definitely let you know, Vocal Duck. Because I got to see it when one of our local theater groups performed it a few years back, but I have yet to figure out if there's any other groups coming to town that might be performing it. But if anything, I can definitely send you a video of the, I can definitely send you a link to like a YouTube video of the song. But it might be better seeing it live. And then there's a, if they ever have the Anastasia musical come back to town, I would love to see that with you. One of my favorite songs from it is called In a Crowd of Thousands. And it's sung between Anya and Dimitri, and it is just absolutely gorgeous. If we do the outline here, we can get some of the blue as well. Blue and green. Yeah, that would be fantastic, getting all of our friends there to see it. I would absolutely love that. That would be a fan-freaking-tastic friends time. There we go. Get along the bottom of the slide. We gotta get that part done. Now we can switch over to green, because I think we got the stuff that requires the heavier duty pretty much taken care of. Ooh, yes! That would be amazing. Getting popcorn, seeing a hilarious show. Hilarious! I absolutely love it. Alrighty, what do we got here? Where should we go next, you guys? We've cleaned up the dinosaur. Should we try... maybe this green floor, maybe. Because I really want to try and save all of the parts, like... right? I really hope that too, because that would be terrible. On the plus side, at least they have rubber. I would rather, like, this is my preferred protecting the kids at the playground method. I'm not a big fan of the wood chips and things like that, because that can hurt. I would much rather have this. I would much rather have this where they're falling on something softer, you know? That would be my preference anyway. There we go. That ought to get all of that. Oh, that's why. Exactly. Wood equals splinters. And that is exactly why I don't... I would rather not have the kiddos landing on that if they fall. Like, let's protect our kiddos. Let's protect them from things like wood that can hurt them. in their eyes. This is the only thing that makes it where they won't get anything harmful in them, I think. But you're right, Kitty. Sand is a better option than wood. Alright, we've got about 15-ish minutes before we need to start thinking about a raid target. That ground would hurt them, and even plastic gets hot. That's a very valid point that I didn't think about. There's definitely stuff that's safer, but yeah, there really isn't anything 100% foolproof. That is a good point. Because then again, we played in sand as kids and we were fine. Ultimately, they're gonna get hurt, plus they gotta learn about things that can hurt them. They do. They do. That's a good point. I sit corrected. There are just some things that are less painful than others. You remember the first time you got a paper cut, you thought, "Your paper though, why would you betray me like this, right?" Paper cuts are the worst. You prefer sand because at least until cats think it's a litter box. That's true. That's true. Yeah, the cats will definitely start thinking, "Ooh, I can use this." And you're going, "No, kitties, no! That is not what this is to be used for, my friends. This is the kid area, not the cat area." I don't know, why? Why do they hurt worse than pretty much any other cut? Oh, it's more of a fine edge, so it kind of gets its target more, maybe. Oh, where the nerve endings are. Oh, that makes sense. That makes so much sense. A paper cut hits the nerve, and the knife goes past him. Oh. That totally makes sense. Yeah, definite ow. Definite ow. There we go. We're getting there, you guys. We're making some good progress. Put everything on hold. My golf buggy is soiled like you wouldn't believe. I'm sorry, Mayor. I only focus on one job at a time. Hands with a new place in the suburbs. Oh boy. Sounds like we might have to deal with some ghosts. I ain't afraid of no ghost. We're nearly there with the green floor. And then if the red floor is a small one, we might be able to get that done. Let's go ahead and just try seeing how much of the red we can get done, and then we're gonna work towards the last bit of green that we need. Oh, that's the last bit of green that we need over here. Right here. Meanwhile, and in the eighth, somewhere in the aether, are you sure about that? Right? They'd be like, yeah, you just think you ain't. But you are. I didn't even notice it changed to blue. I thought it was still green. There we go. So we can always start with the blue after. Alrighty, sounds good. Enjoy your time at the social event. And we will see you next time. Have a wonderful day. God bless. Haha. And now let's try and see, since we've got a few minutes, Let's see if we can get this red one done. Because it's a small one, so we might be able to get this done in like 5 minutes. Or at least it claims to be a small one. And by claiming to be a small one, they are thereby tempting me to see if I can get it done before time to go. And it is a temptation that I will fall victim to. Not that falling to temptation is a good thing. But there are certain things... It kind of does, doesn't it? It looks less like rubber and more like floor. Like hard ground. Okay, so this part we can get easily. So that makes it even worse if it's painted asphalt, because they're gonna get hurt real bad on that. I'd rather have sand than asphalt. There we go. We are nearly done with this one, I think. That is true, too. It'll burn them. They can get a big bad concussion. There is all kinds of stuff that can happen. There we go. Alright, what time is it? 5 minutes till? Alright, you guys. I think, let's see, do they have... Oh, we can get the slide. We can get the slide pretty easily, I think. This will be our last thing. And then I need to send a quick text message response to Dad. Because he is at the store right now, asking me a question about what I would like for lunch. So as soon as I finish up this, I need to respond to him. Alright, I need to respond real quick, and then we'll finish this up. There we go. Perfect. Sorry to anybody that is scared of heights or falling, or both. We're gonna get the underside of the slide. Because we've got to get the underside of the slide. It is all kinds of dirty. And then we grab this side. And there we go. Right? Shouldn't I have a shadow? I mean, I don't have a shadow, but somehow I should. Speaking of ghosts, maybe that's what we are. Maybe that's what we are. We are the power washing ghost community. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what it is. Part of me really wants to try and get this yellow circle. But we're close to the end of time. We're just gonna do it. It won't take me long. We can be a bit late. Dad's at the store. We can take a bit longer. Who are you gonna call? Ghost washers! Ooh, Dad says they have stuffed peppers. I like some stuffed peppers. There we go. I'm gonna tell him that sounds delicious. Because it does. We already got a majority of this small yellow circle already. And so all we're doing really is just putting the finishing touches on what we already did. I keep finding all these small projects that we can do along the way. Haha, there we are. All right. It is officially that time of day. I need to go ahead and I need to call it a day so that I can be ready when Dad gets home to start helping out with lunch. So you guys have a fantastic weekend. I'm going to go ahead. We are gonna save and exit. I'm going to go over here to just chatting. We can go ahead and close these tabs. Oh no, I didn't want to save it to the cloud. Let's retry the sync. You're very welcome, Vocal Duck. I thought I had changed over to just chatting. There we go. It didn't read me clicking. There we go. All right, you guys, we're going to find ourselves a raid target. So, let's see. Who is on a line at the moment that we might want to raid to? Trumpet! Or do we want to try the karaoke stream? Alright. we have a choice, you guys. Karaoke Stream or Trumpet, who is doing an out of context verse and then going to be playing a game. So by out of context verse, that means he's looking at a verse that Christians tend to use by itself. So for example, Philippians 4:13, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. It's not like, he looks at it and he goes, okay, in the context of where it's at in scripture, what is he really saying? And then he'll play either Lord of the Rings or something like that. So our options are out of context verse followed by potentially Lord of the Rings, or Gusty J with the karaoke stream. Which one would you guys prefer? They are both family friendly. They are both Christian, I believe. So it's up to you guys. Alrighty, in that case, I am going to go ahead and we're going to make an executive decision. I'm feeling a karaoke stream. So let's go ahead and do a karaoke stream. If you are subbed, here's your message. If you are not subbed, here is your message. So we're going to send on the love to Gusty. You guys have a fantastic day, a fantastic weekend, and I will see you on Tuesday. Always remember that God loves you, and so do I. Bye, guys!